Jeff told Coach, leave him out there. Leave him
Yeah.
out there.
Here's the thing. So,
Like, no.
so while
John
y'all,
Stockton, Magic Johnson, none of these great all-time point guards will ever give up the court or give up the last 5 minutes of the game. They're not saying, oh, yeah, leave my backup out there. Just let him go for it. Nobody's doing that.
so for anybody who's listened to this show in the last 3 weeks or so, and you thought I was picking on Jeff Teague, yeah, now you realize it ain't just me. Like people, even like Charles and them, they see it. They see it. Like Jeff is playing when he want to almost. You know what I mean? Like the kind of the comparison I made was that, or not comparison, but the observation I made was that basically he's been playing against 3 backup point guards for 2 series, for the majority of 2 series, and only got off like twice. He had one game, like Rob was bragging about it, because they won.
The weekend game. Yeah.
The one where he had no points.
Monday
had
night game.
Had 13 assists. Right. Yeah. I need more than that.
With no points and 13 assists, that was like last Thursday.
Yeah. I need more than that. Like, it's cool because you won, but it looks a whole lot different if you mess around and lose that game. Like Rod said, your all-star point guard is doing that. Come on, man. And I tweeted this last night. The young German is growing up. Like, he's starting to understand the game, and it's slowing down for him. You know what I mean? He's got the physical tools, the long ass. I saw that dude the other day. Dude, he misdribbled the basketball the other day off his foot. That man just reached back like go-go gadget arm and picked it up like it was a grapefruit. He just picked it up like, I was like, this big hand, long arm, 5'10" dude. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah.
And you know, and here's the thing about him. And I think he was a jewel. That was
You're breaking up a little bit,
probably
bro.
Danny. Huh?
You were breaking up a little bit. I want people to make sure they can hear what you're saying.
Oh, I know. I was saying that he's a jewel. I think Danny Ferry really found something with Dennis Schroeder. But he, and this shows how much confidence the Hawks have in him, or Coach Bud, is that even though he ended up missing that last shot and Al put it up, just the fact that they drew this play up for this dude that's basically a young player in this NBA. The fact that they still trusted him with that over, like I said, the all-star point guard, Jeff Teague, it just speaks volume for Dennis Schroeder.
It does.
I mean, you know, and I think maybe, I don't know, maybe we seem to change another guards, man. I mean, I know they're not going to mess with the starting lineup too much, but I think that come, you know, next season, I think that this might be Dennis Schroeder's team.
Well, I mean, that's what you drafted him for. He's a first-round draft pick. You know, you didn't draft him to be a bench player forever, and you want to see that if you're Coach Budenholzer. And I was about to get to that, but in the sequence of the way things happened, after Pierce got fouled, the 2-for-1 break happened. Then they came down. They ran an awesome play, and it was the back screen on Paul. For Paul was good. I think I heard David Aldridge doing the game last night, the color on the game? It sounded like David Aldridge was doing the color on the game.
Yeah, I think David Aldridge was, but I had the music pumping and everything going watching the game.
What? You set in the atmosphere, dude. You set in the mood. You got your
that's what I do.
You had your I Believe shirt on too, or True Believer, whatever they say.
Now people throwing on their rally caps. I threw on my ATL music. I just threw on the little Outcast. And I was sitting here bumping like, come on.
So anyway, oh yeah, but what really happened? Paul Millsap fell asleep, dude. Like, he got caught peeking, and before he knew it, there was a screen on him, and he fought like hell to get over that screen. But by then it's too late. Like, Paul Pierce got the cleanest look in the world. Then bang, tray walk in your.
Dude, look, no, you know that's the third time. Like, that is the third time that a Hawks player that got caught up and bust their butt on the Paul Pierce play. Mm-hmm. You know, the game-winning shot a couple days ago, same thing. 2 nights ago, even though he missed the shot, Amari Carroll still trying to work his way through the screen, and I think that they got a lucky call that game too, because I think Amari interfered with Paul Pierce being at the lane.
Yeah, able to come down cleanly. Yeah,
the area, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't get that. And then, of course, last night, was the third time that we've seen, somebody not be able to fight through that screen and defend Paul Pierce.
They put a little Sean Elliott too. Like, 'cause when they showed the replay, I was like, ooh, he was close to being out of bounds. He was on no tippy toes. Remember Sean Elliott hit that three? And the only thing that kept him from being out of bounds was the fact that he was on his toes. Paul Pierce is the real deal. But then there was series. Not quite. Not quite, Paul. Series ain't over yet. It wouldn't have been anyway, but, virtually, because I talked about it yesterday. It's about 20% chance if you lose. Well, it's for the away team. If you lose that game 5 at home, there's a 20% chance of you being able to win the series. But Paul Pierce, he's one of those dudes, man, that we always talk about, and we kind of leave him out a little bit when we talk about those guys. And what I mean, those guys, those guys from the last era of basketball players, like Paul Pierce came in the league in like 96, 97, right around that Kobe, Kevin Garnett time. Those dudes.
95, I think it was.
Yeah. So, those dudes. So, he talked cash crap. You know what I mean? Like the walk-off against Chris Broussard. Did you call bank, Paul? I called game. And and just walked away. Like Chris was, but Paul. He was just gone. He just left. He just left Chris Paul standing like.
Yeah, do you not ask this man? He called
right?
Glass.
Do you not understand what a drop mic moment is, dude? Even though he didn't have the mic, he symbolically dropped the mic with the one-liner. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
And he tried to pull another one last night. Hit his three. Walked down the court, and he told the bench, series. Well, and the other thing that happened, and I was wondering if anyone saw this, but then I saw the vines of it today. He's going down court, and he's so crunk. Like, John Wall walks up to him and tries to, give him like a chest bump or something. He runs through this dude like paper, like Mike Allstott or somebody. He just trucks this dude on the way down the court. He probably didn't even realize he did it till today. Because he never turned around and looked back to see who he just ran through.
Hey, he was so amped. I'm talking about he was leaving dudes hanging and everything last night.
And then it happened. And you mentioned Schroeder being in the game for Jeff Teague. And I noticed it immediately as it was happening. Because I was looking in the corner. I was like, that's not Jeff over there. And in the bottom corner, that was Kyle. And I saw Al setting the screen, and I saw Paul. I was like, oh, okay, this ain't the 2-point guard set. His 1-point guard out there, and his name is Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder is his name. But the one thing, like you talked about him missing the shot, that's not, to me, the smart thing that he did. Look at it again, because I watched it like 3 times this morning, because the DVR kind of just pick the end of that up towards the beginning of the Golden State game. And I kept watching it, and I watched the clock. That dude caught the ball and went immediately. He didn't sit out there and dance and try to get the active buzzer shot.
Right.
Because that's what dudes do. They try to wait to get the last, like Paul Pierce did. But in his situation, he had the ball exactly where he wanted it. So he could wait till the last minute to the that sound. Dennis went right away. And the important thing of him going right away, he left enough time for Al to get that offensive rebound.
Yeah.
That was the smart part of that play. Make or miss. He gave the team an opportunity past just his shot to win a ball game. I was like, man, this kid, and that's why I tweeted it. I said, the German is growing up right before our eyes, man. This little German dude is starting to get it. Now,
because if he had waited a second, it wouldn't have been enough time out there for Al to do that.
That's common knowledge. I mean, that's pretty much the common play. You want to have the last shot, regardless of what the shot is. You want to take the last shot and not leave the other team any time. But I don't know if he was thinking about all this. Well, I may be giving the kid too much credit, but he may have even thought about the fact that Washington had no more timeouts, so they couldn't call a timeout, draw up a play, advance the ball to half court, and get one last good shot. They were going to have a bad shot no matter what. So I'm just going to give the kid credit, man. I'm going to give him all that credit. The other big, we've seen this so many times during these playoffs, how the fundamentals screw dudes, man. It was as simple as a block out. And what happened? two people blocked out. I think it was Gortat and Nene blocked out Paul Millsap to the point Cats was on the ground, and no one put a body on Al. And you lost the ball game off of blocking out. You know what I'm saying? Just the simple things, the things you learn first in basketball. Shot goes up, you find your man to put a body on him. I guess everyone thought Paul Millsap was their man because everyone turned around and like knocked the hell out of Paul. He was on the ground. He was cheering from the ground when Al hit the shot. Yeah, it was a bad game. It was an NCAA type game. Bad game.
Well, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you though. I'm gonna be real with you though. You know, I've been rocking with these Hawks for a long time, man. And we always because I brought it up the other day when I did stuff by myself that I was at GNC. And dude talking to me, he was like, "Yeah, man, we got to make it back to the Eastern Conference Finals, man. We ain't been there since we lost to the Celtics." And I'm like,
second round, right?
Well, I was like, yeah, that's this round right here. That was the second round. Like that wasn't the conference final. But nonetheless, you know, had the Hawks won this series, they would have advanced to the Eastern Conference Championship. And a lot of folks always talk about, you know, that game, that Larry Bird Dominique game where they both went insane. But the real deal is, if the Hawks are able to close the thing out tomorrow or, you know, Game 7 or whatever, we'll look back and that game last night and that shot by Al could quite possibly be the biggest playoff game in the history or the playoff win in the history of the Atlanta Hawks franchise.
I'm going to be interested to see how they respond on the road in the closeout game because very few times have the Atlanta Hawks found themselves, or these Atlanta Hawks, the guys that are on this team, period, found themselves in this situation. You know, your favorite already to win the series, one, and two, you got a chance to close it out going away.
I found this crazy stat, man, the day when I was just studying the Hawks. Like, okay, first of all, the Hawks' only NBA championship was in '58.
In St. Louis, right? In St.
Louis,
right?
St. Louis, right. The Hawks have the second longest drought behind the Sacramento Kings of not winning the NBA championship at 56 seasons.
There's another stat too. They have the same record as far as conference finals with the Clippers.
Right, and then the Hawks have not made it to the Eastern Conference Finals or to the conference finals since the current format. Because there used to be first round byes prior to 1967. So since the 1967 season, the Hawks have not made it to the conference finals. So you're talking about, 56 years of not being winning that NBA championship, and then what's that? What's that, Mike?
Are you moving around? You're breaking up again. Make sure the people can hear you.
That's what is that? 47 years? Yeah, 48 years.
Don't ask me. You promised me there would be no math. Yeah, I don't do math on the show. I just talk.
So you're talking about 48 years since a conference championship appearance and 56 years since a finals appearance.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I hope the city finds its way to appreciate this, man. You see, I notice like little bitty things that probably people don't care to pay attention to. Like when I'm watching this Golden State game, right? The crowd is ballistic, and they're showing like every part of the arena. Like, yeah, when the Hawks do something good, you always notice how they pan in real close on certain areas. You know what I mean?
Right.
They zoom in close on certain areas, where the people are the crunkest. And that's because I can understand that it's not like that in the whole arena. Like, you guys aren't used to that yet. You're not really in that mode yet. And the reason I know that, because I just watch my timeline on Twitter. I watch the show's timeline on Twitter while these games are going on. It's like a sick fetish of mine. It's comedy to me to watch people who love the Hawks actually hate the Hawks as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you say like, man, the Hawks suck ass. And then hashtag true believer. What? That doesn't even make sense. Like, leave the hashtag out of it, because at this point, that's not what you call a true believer. What